Good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Ruth, the Pain Doc, founder of Chronic Pain Rescue. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're on here live, you can put hashtag live, or if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay would be great. We have a special honored guest. I'm so delighted that she's able to join us. Before she doesn't have a lot of time. She has patients she's going to be seeing, but we just have a few moments with her. Dr. Tolulope Olabintan of Livingspring Family Medical Center.
Yes,
in Mansfield, Texas. I'd like her to introduce herself and what she does.
All right. Hi, everyone. And thank you, Dr. Ruth, for having me come on your platform. I'm Dr. Olabintan. I'm a family physician, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Livingspring Family Medical Center in Mansfield, Texas. And we help patients live long and well because we believe the quality of life is just as important as the quantity of life. Yes.
Awesome. I totally agree. I have so many questions for you because I just think people, sometimes so my grandfather had heart disease. My dad had heart disease. Do I have to have heart disease?
No, you do not. You don't live out your family history, but you get a say in that. I've had patients who have, because of that history and the knowledge of it, have said, you know what, whatever my parents, well, and sometimes it's not their parents' fault, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's not a family history, it's a lifestyle history. Okay. So it's a lifestyle that's being copied. What can we change? Are we doing more fresh fruits and vegetables? Do you move often? So I have seen people defy their family history, outlive their parents and grandparents decades, not even by years. So no, you're not your family history.
Okay. That's good to know. What can we do to live long and to live not only long, but like I don't want to live long and be in the bedridden. I don't want to live long and not have my mind. If I'm going to live long, I want my whole body and mind to be there with me. What can we do to live long and healthy lives?
Live long and well. So good quality of life, not a dragged out life, right? Number one, I would say, one, see that it's possible.
Okay.
We talked about the family history. Some people are like, oh, there's no point in doing anything. My father died this way, my mother died this way, then maybe that's my fate. No, not necessarily. So know that it's possible to live a better quality of life, because once that mindset is there, that it's possible, then it's okay, how? I plan to do the how to do that. So that's number one. And then number two, eat to live, don't live to eat. And that's a tough one. Because what you eat has a lot to do with your longevity. And a lot of these things are based on data. It's not just do this and this is what's happened. It's the data proves it. I've also had the pleasure over my years as a physician of interviewing like my nonagenarians, so those who are over 90, and asking them, sitting with them and say, hey, you would talk to the younger folks, what would you say are secrets to longevity? And many of them actually said this, like, yeah, you have to be careful what you eat. You can't just eat everything just because it tastes good here. You want to make sure it's good from up to tilt, not just here to here.
Right.
All right. So more fresh fruits and vegetable foods, more in their natural state. And science has evolved a lot such that we're able to engineer foods that hit the spot.
Okay.
We can make foods that hit the spot and make us crave them and we enjoy it, but they're not particularly good for our bodies. So knowing that is also important, so we can say, yeah, even though I indulge in this a little bit, I have to be careful to do what's good for my body, even though my cravings may not think so.
Right.
So eating well. I could go on and on. Movement, very important. I don't say exercise anymore because the word exercise I think is a little intimidating. For some people, it's like going to the gym and huffing and puffing and chasing something that's not there on the No, just like I wear sneakers to work. Doesn't matter whether I'm wearing a dress or I'm wearing a suit. I will wear sneakers so I can walk and do my steps. And when I'm going around the patient room, my steps were like, oh, doctor, it's supposed to be room 5. I'm like, I know, I'm taking my steps. Like I'm just taking my steps around. So by the time I'm done, even if I didn't go exercise structured, I have moved at least 10,000, 12,000 steps.
That's very good.
Movement and batch it. Batch it, because we're busier than we've ever been. There's so much to do, so much to explore, so much to watch, so much
Mhm.
social media to media.
Mhm.
And so there's a bigger demand in our time. So learning to strategically batch things is very, very helpful. So exercising while you're watching TV, if that's your thing, or while you're listening to music, or taking a walk by calling a friend who can talk a lot, so that way it
Mhm.
doesn't feel so long. You
Mhm.
know, those are things that can, at least those three things are things that can improve your quality and quantity of life. Um, the fourth one I'll say, you let me know when you want me to stop. Number
Oh.
Mind your mind. Um, this one takes a lot of intentionality.
Mhm.
Exercise, you can kind of make a routine. You get up, you do the things, you don't have to think so much. But the mindset piece can be a little tricky. You've got to be very, very careful how you think.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because your thoughts, consciously or subconsciously, influence your your actions, which influence your habits, which influence your lifestyle. So whether we agree or not, our thoughts
Right.
are very powerful. You see something as possible, you live it out.
Mhm.
Because your thoughts are saying, yeah, this is an opportunity to practice that and do this, and you get to that point. And that, of course,
Mhm.
over time. So guard your mental space. I don't need to watch the news every day to know every bad detail that's going on around the world. I don't need
Mhm.
to shame people who sit in the funk. I'm not
Mhm.
saying I'm not okay. I want to explain this a little bit differently. So there's a fire. Now, there's the word toxic positivity where there's no fire. Let's just hold hands and say no fire. But there's fire. All right. Now, positive thinking is, oh crap, there's a fire. Who do I need to call? What do I need to do to address this fire? Because this fire can go away and it must go away because I need the space or I need whatever it is engulfing. And
Mhm.
so that's the mindset. It's not to ignore that there's something. It's okay, look for people who talk about possibilities. What are possible? What is
Yes.
possible? Who do I need to ask help from? So
That's
be
good.
very, very, very careful and protect your mental space. I'm not saying don't allow people in your space who challenge you to be better, because that's a different kind of stress
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
Like people
Mhm.
who are like, come on, you could do better. But
Right.
don't stay in places where people tell you, woe is you, and you can't, you can't, you can't, you can't. Look
Yeah.
for
That is awesome, awesome advice that you're saying. I was thinking, you reminding me of I have a cousin that's a teacher,
hmm,
and she often eats lunch in her car because the conversation is so negative, and and about the kids, and that she loves the kids, and there's so she just doesn't bother. So
yeah,
sometimes it means being alone, you know to protect your own well-being. And 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 you also reminded me of sometimes somebody, they come and they just, by the time they're done, you just feel so, ugh, they just dumped all this stuff on you, and it's like, oh, I can't let them do that to me.
it
I
sap
get
your
that.
energy. It sap your energy.
What can you recommend? I'm hoping this is because I know dementia is such a problem in our society. I don't feel like we know how to
Oh,
properly deal with it, deal with our loved ones coming down with it, maybe being fearful that I may get that eventually. Is there anything, I know your family practice, so,
mhm.
but is there anything that you recommend that helps
Yes.
people to help with it?
Yes. Now I'll say this. So for the one who's afraid that they may get the same thing, studies have also shown lifestyle as a big game changer. All
Okay.
right. The fruits and the vegetables, the exercising, the using your mental faculty. So not just staring at the box, the TV, but doing things, playing puzzles, reading books, things that kind of stimulate like try new things, new synapses in your brain. It's amazing how much of our brain we left unused. We leave unused by the end of time.
Mhm.
But those things are known to kind of help your brain function. And there's so much new data now. Even being able to test now for Alzheimer's, and even better lab tests. I know Quest was meeting with me not that long ago about some of the newer tests that can be done to accurately predict the chance, and then doing the preventive measures. But for those who are caring for those who have dementia, oh my goodness, you need a whole community, not just for the person who's going through it, but for you who's caring for the person. And this is where people, I think, that is a struggle because we feel that it has to be us, the caregiver, providing all the things for the person who's affected by it. And that's not a good mindset. I'm not saying that you're not a caring person, but if you break down, the person you're caring for is going to suffer. So, what community can you build around through the help of your doctor, the doctor of the patient, or your mom or the loved one? What are resources? Are there local groups, support groups? Are there, do I need to get a care coordinator? Physical therapy, home health aid, few hours. Do I need to hire someone who can come help watch mom for a few hours while I go take a nap?
Yeah.
Can I enlist the help of other siblings? Because we have the phrase, "I'm the one everybody calls. It's me." I agree,
Yes.
but maybe you can empower your siblings, your cousins. You can't be there physically. You can send funds to support. You
Mm-hmm.
can send, let's plan out the year. I would like to take vacation with my family this week of the year. Can you guys plan to cover mom while I'm away? Or
Mm-hmm.
planning ahead. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't ask and take help, oh my gosh, the burnout and the
Yeah.
frustration is real. You don't have to do the care alone.
Right. 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 And that stress is a source of poor health. Being stressed, we know, can cause health problems.
Yes.
So yes, yes, awesome. Is there anything before? I mean, we have a few more minutes. Anything that you really would like people to know, to plan on a good health, to have good health? You know, uh, any more advice?
I already talked about asking and receiving help. That's very important. Creating and curating your own community of people who can help with the things, that help you mentally, that help encourage you in your exercise journey, that help encourage you with your healthy eating. Partnering with a good physician, as well, is very, very important. Going for your checkups. I don't like seeing doctors myself. I'll be honest. In particular, like, yeah, I'm going to see my doctor. No, not particularly, but I know that I'm worth the inconvenience, and so are you. So make sure you're doing the things, getting your checkups done.
Mhm.
I would also say, hydrating. I want to talk about water. Make water your drink of choice. It's good for you. And then, self care. And I'll be honest with you, Dr. Ruth, I'm surprised. I'm saying self care because I used to loathe the term self care. I'm like, you don't understand the things I have to balance. What self care is? Self care. What you guys are all this generation? You all about yourself? No, self care is doing the things that help you thrive, spirit, soul, and body, so you can be all you're created to be. That's
Yes.
self care. I've realized that self care doesn't have to be something you particularly enjoy. I don't exactly enjoy exercising. I'll be honest. No, I do it because I know it's good for me.
Mhm.
Waking up early to do my meditation and my praying and my, affirmations and confessions. Do I enjoy waking up that early? Not particularly, but I can see the return on investment. I can see how it's improved my quality of life. So self care is important, but also no, self care doesn't mean you have to enjoy it. If
Okay.
you know it's good for you, you're caring for yourself. Take care of
Yes.
yourself. Sometimes it's not pleasant, but
Mhm.
do it because you're
Yeah.
worth it. Yes.
Yeah. Totally. Totally agree. That's like that annual mammogram. I do not like that. I fuss every time. As in, when are they going to come up with a new
I
way to do
know.
this? This is ridiculous. This is archaic. This is leeches. You
That is so true. Oh man, one day.
Oh, how can people find you? They're looking for, especially if they're in Texas, right? Looking for a family medicine doctor. How would they
Yeah.
find you?
So I'm on the web, www.livingspringmedicals.com. There is a link there where you can say meet with Dr. Olabintan. You can send an email and it comes directly to me. I'm also pretty active on Instagram, dr_Olabintan. I'm also on YouTube. You can Google Dr. Olabintan. I'm there as well. And on LinkedIn. I dabble a little bit in TikTok, but not really. But you can Google me and you can reach out. I'll be happy to come encourage you on a platform or be your physician. And we do televisits too.
Awesome, awesome. And what type of payments do you accept?
We do self-pay for those who don't have insurance, and we take most of the major insurances. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. This has been very informative. I feel like I got my morning coffee today, my morning nourishment from this talk. So thank you so much. We
My
appreciate it.
pleasure. Thank
All
you.
right. Until next time, everyone. Peace and blessings.